trying to include everybody who wanted to go on the field trip.
I also wanted to point out too, in the packet that we delivered this week for even more reading material over the holiday, there was a design standard breakout. So if anybody wants to kind of read ahead and look at that.
Good.
Compares us
Yeah.
against, is it Olathe, Oldham Park, and League Summit?
And also review
Yeah.
some of the things that Mr. Williams brought up and Mr.
Yeah.
Perry today. There were some wonderful suggestions that you probably want to
And since we're the
Discuss.
business of stealing from Olathe, their design, is it 4 or 5 pages?
Improving on.
There you go. Yeah, take it and make it better.
Yes.
They had 4 or 5 pages of their design guidelines. Talking about streamlined, that is pretty streamlined compared to their code, which is pretty overwhelming.
If anybody's really interested, you can get a copy of Overland Park's design review guidelines because it's 57 pages long,
Overland
long,
Park.
and it's just for multifamily. But I have to say, it's a very, very, very good document. I'm not saying
Yeah,
you
there,
should.
yeah. Have you read that whole thing yet, Mike?
Yeah, but that's, I looked through it down, it's over restrictive.
It is.
It's beyond
Over the top.
what I
It's
look
a lot,
at.
but it really is quite an education, really. And I
What not to do?
I really enjoyed it.
You know, the whole thing is, if we want to try to, like, my basic comments I've been making since being on the planning committee, and talking about multifamily housing, I was against it, but we're building so many multifamily housing, we're getting away from building the standard homes that we used to build in Blue Springs, and we're changing, committee's talking about the income for neighborhoods. We're shifting that way because many of my friends and neighbors have moved out of Blue Springs because the housing wasn't there for them. And so, I mean, that's the comments I've been trying to make, is that there's nothing against multifamily housing, just a ratio, how many we're putting in versus the different quality homes where people are leaving a lot of the white collar people are leaving Blue Springs because they don't find the homes there that their
Absolutely.
quality.
Well, and one thing that's gonna change though is, we don't have a design standards here. You've got the vinyl siding fourplexes that are going up all over the place because there is no design standards for it.
Right.
We will have some type of, design standard, whatever it's gonna be, that's gonna definitely lift up the quality.
Well, that's what we got to do is if we want to keep the people we have here right now, I mean,
Yeah,
and I'm not trying to be as politically correct as I can, with the tax bracket we want, I mean, we want to keep from the people, those people moving out to different neighborhoods. We just got to provide, we're going to provide multifamily housing, we also have to provide a decent ratio of our normal.
To keep them from moving to Lee Summit,
A lot of them are living.
well,
because that's where they're going.
what's key to a livable and vibrant community, and a sustainable community is having the mix of incomes. So which is why
Right.
multifamily is very important, but also, yes, addressing all ranges of incomes for sure.
The balance.
Yeah. So, making this first step, I think, with multifamily is just a really neat thing, I think, in general, that Blue Springs is doing. When many other communities may make their first steps with single-family homes and things of that
The
nature.
easy ones.
Yeah, so.
We're
yeah.
tackling the hard one
Yeah,
right off
I
the
think
bat.
it's really commendable.
And that's the way to look at it.
But there are some apartment complexes, multifamily housing in Olathe and Johnson County, that are really nice.
Really good.
That people really enjoy living in those.
Yeah, and the rents are not so much where you're, discluding workforce housing.
Right.
So and there's plenty of people that work diligently for our community, police officers, firefighters.
There are
that-
many young professionals with children who don't necessarily want to mow their lawn.
That's right, I would
That's
fall into that
where things,
demographic.
Single mothers
that's
and-
where things have changed.
First people. One thing that Tom said, and of course we've talked about before, is on these existing multifamilies, is recommending some type of subsidize that the city might be able to do to help these things.
Absolutely.
out.
Because
They
our
are a
current
drag.
multifamily, that is a drag on our thing, and actually, we're gonna have
Well,
to
that's
draft
big-
a
that's
recommendation.
the issue you're talking about.
Right, and we can't make that decision, but we can certainly incorporate in our recommendations to the city council that we are here as a task force addressing new construction, but the city council needs to address the existing multifamily housing, what we can do to improve it, whether it's
Where
tax
did where did the money
incentives.
come from those multifamily housing over there by where the old, shape or that?
Is that Meadow Ridge?
The ones right there by the, anyway, it was really dilapidated, really nasty looking apartment.
Yeah, Meadow Ridge is what it used to
All
be
of a sudden,
called. Yeah.
somebody brought some money in there, and it looks a lot
it's a-
nicer.
The developer
By Steak
did-
and Shake, you're talking
Yeah.
Yeah,
about?
Steak and Shake over there.
The developer did that himself, and
Yeah.
it looked really great.
They didn't
but-
want, I mean,
That was
everything
just
took a.
$12 million.
Yeah.
That was
How much?
impressive.
12 million.
Wow.
Now, there's
It wasn't an
grants,
award.
there's grants that the city can get for that, and then also some type of
That's
subsidized.
the direction
or-
we need.
Yeah.
Taxes.
But that
You
needs
got
to
a
be
lot of
part of our,
different tax
I
credits
absolutely
for
agree
that
with you,
one.
and I
I
think
can't remember
Tom
where
Williams
from,
brought up a
so.
good point that, you know, when he's talking about, you got new development, and when they're looking for financing, it's based on what the other rental rates are. You know, we're not gonna be able to address that as a committee, because we're just looking at codes, but that certainly should be incorporated in our recommendations, that,
Retail,
yeah,
retail
city
restaurants.
council has to look at the
Yeah.
existing apartments and upgrading those, whether it's through tax abatements and tax incentives and grants and, you know, whatever avenues, that's something that definitely needs to be
Is that
explored.
something we might be able to get the EDC involved with on
Absolutely.
pulling that stuff
I know
together for
they're
us?
focusing more on commercial
Sure.
development, but absolutely, because that affects the commercial development and, you know, the overall image of the city and, you know.
Don't forget to vote August 5th for new infrastructure.
Okay, well, I'll be emailing everybody when we send updates for tour. Thank you, I'm sorry we went over, but we can.
Fire truck, and the school bus is certainly,
Right.
larger than a fire truck, so
We're
it's
talking about
probably,
the gated, that's
Yeah.
really the issue. is
That's the
gates.
security issue.
It's just the
Bus
security.